Hello, Field Tech family. We are live. Tonight, I'm excited to be doing a giveaway. The Bergstrom Fish Stick set. Did a video on that a couple of weeks ago. And so tonight, we're actually going to be doing a drawing to give away one of those sets to one of the viewers that registered for the drawing. I'm going to give a few minutes for people to join that want to watch. The first part of the video, I'm actually going to be taking questions. So if you're live with me, then you can actually type in the chat any questions that you have about the field tech industry, and I'll be happy to answer them. First thing I want to do is test volume, make sure everybody can hear. I see we've got 2 viewers, so if somebody will let me know if you can hear me okay. And what we're giving away tonight is this Bergstrom Fish Stick set. There's a link to the video in the description of this video. You'll want to watch that to see. This is a really unique little set, really well thought out. And Mark over at Bergstrom actually has several patents on this, so it's pretty awesome. In addition, all right, good. Thank you, Ross. Hey, Terrell. Leah, thank you. Awesome. I also have a little bonus tonight. Bergstrom also makes this little top wire guide, and this is something you can use on a J box or 4-way box, 4-inch box, whatever you call it, and it allows you to be able to pull cable through that box without running the cable along the edge of the box and scraping it up, cutting it. It's got a little roller to it. Really neat little thing. So I'll show that here in a minute. I do want to give just a few minutes here to let enough people join so they can enjoy that. Like I said a little while ago, if you guys have any questions, anything you're curious about with the channel or with the field tech industry, hop in the chat and ask me any questions throughout the live, and I'll be happy to answer them. And then we'll do the drawing. What we're going to do on the drawing, there's a couple of housekeeping things. You have to have a U.S. address for us to ship this to you. So if you're not in the US and you entered the drawing, then I won't be able to ship it to you. So what I will do is I will actually draw for the winner, and then I will draw for the bonus, and then I'll actually draw an alternate winner just in case the person that wins isn't in the US or something weird happens. That way I'll have an alternate to send it to. So, does anybody have any questions? The chat's very quiet. I also put a poll up and was kind of curious. Some of you guys have already answered that. Where do you get most of your service calls from? Either Field Nation or Work Market? I'm kind of curious because I hear when I'm speaking one-on-one with techs or even in comments in different videos, techs will tell me in some parts of the country that they get way more work from Work Market, and then other techs get a lot more work from Field Nation. So I'm just curious. I've got a little poll running to see what you guys, find out in your situations. Jump over here. Doing lives is kind of fun. There's a lot going on. AI question. Terrell. Oh, man, every time you come on, he's always on my lives. I love Terrell. But I always forget how to say his name because I always feel like it should be Terrell or Terrell. So he'll probably correct me here in a second. But his question is, with the surge of AI, where do you see the IT support industry going, and will it affect us? Well, man, that is something I've been thinking a lot about. I mean, I've been using AI to build out my database that I use to run my own company. I'm actually working on building out something else that I'm going to be hopefully offering to other technicians to help other technicians basically use what I've built for myself for themselves. And I've used AI to do that. So I think if you're a programmer, that's probably one of the first dominoes to fall. When it comes to field service work, though, I really feel like it's pretty secure, especially right now. I mean, I think back to that big pandemic that we had, and, what was the term that they used? Went blank on it, but, the certain industries were safe and we could go out and we could work when everybody else was stuck at home, right? And so the IT industry, the field tech industry, was one of those industries that was protected in that time. And it's because we really are the backbone of things. But it's very physical. There's going to be robots that can do a lot of things in the future. But I mean, if you've watched any of my videos and you've went and looked at the network closets, or you've been out in the field and you've seen network closets that are just a rat's nest of cables, there's no way a robot is going to be able to deal with that for a while. I mean, maybe someday, if there's mundane tasks and things like that, there might be a chance that AI would hurt us, but you've still got to have a lot of physical cabling, fiber, network cables. I just don't see, mounting equipment, choosing where to mount it. I think we're pretty safe for a little while. Hey, Ross, let's see here. Did first Field Nation work order Monday? Hey, give a shout out to Ross. He got his first Field Nation work order. Took 9 hours. Nice. Hopefully you got paid for that 9 hours. Hopefully it wasn't a learning curve 9 hours. Let's see here. Did first Field Nation work order Monday. Took 9 hours. VoIP phone install was marked for 4. They have not approved yet. 4 days later. Is that normal? Okay. Took 9 hours due to buyer issues, by the way. Okay, good. Thank you for that clarification. And Terrell, he's correcting me again. Anyway, all right. So every buyer's different, Ross. But typically, if you are doing a job that was pre-approved for 4 hours and the job goes longer than that and it wasn't your fault, you were on point, you were not farting around, you were working hard, progressing through the call, and you genuinely had issues. Maybe the phones weren't configured right, or things like that, stuff that was out of your control, and you were communicating with that buyer through the process, and calling them and saying, hey, these aren't coming up, or I'm getting these error messages, and you communicated with them throughout that process, and they were aware of everything going on, so they know why you were there for 9 hours. You didn't just ghost them and show up and then not talk to them for 6 hours. Most buyers are good and they will approve additional time because they understand the situation. What I do is I go in and I request the additional time, and then I go ahead and close the ticket. I used to, years ago, try to do the request for the budget increase and then wait before I closed it, wait for them to approve it, because I was nervous that I was going to get, screwed over and not get paid for that extra time. But what I found is there's a lot of companies that until you submit it for closure, it doesn't trigger their system. And so they don't really know that it's out there to be closed, or they don't watch for it. I don't know what the deal is. But bottom line is, do your request, close it out. And some buyers do take a few days to get back to reviewing it. They may have to go to their client and request additional money and have to explain to their client what happened. So there is a process. Now, if it goes, if I've seen it sitting there for a week and it hasn't been approved yet, then I would probably do a follow-up, either phone call or put a message in the Field Nation notes and say, hey, just checking to see, are there any problems or any issues? Is there any reason why this ticket hasn't been approved yet? And generally they'll answer you. But, if you've got phone numbers for them, then it's good to call them as well. But man, 9 hours, I hope that was a good hourly rate. And that's a really good first job. So a lot of clients won't trust a new tech with a big job. So way to go, Ross. And so Terrell. My mom has always told me to spell it like. That's funny. All right, cool. Any other questions from anybody? All right, we got 4 viewers in. So I want to show you this little. You did not, Ross. You got $175 an hour on your first Field Nation job. That's pretty good. That will not always happen, but that's pretty epic, honestly. 175 an hour for your first Field Nation job. I'm impressed. All right, so Bergstrom. If you've ever pulled cable through a J-box, you know how it gets caught on the edges. So I'm going to be giving this away. And I'm going to just show you a quick example of how this works. Make sure I'm back here where it can be seen. Okay. So you got your J-box. You always have your screws on it. Doing this one-handed is kind of fun. My magnet tip is grabbing, so you gotta love that. So it's got screw holes on it where it'll actually latch in to the J-box. All right, so there it's attached. Just tighten down our screws so it doesn't move around. That magnet is pulling against me. All right, so then you'll be able to run your cable, and you've got this roller right here so that it'll pull through and not scratch the cable. And the other nice thing about this is he has a release so that if you're putting it on maybe after you've got the cable in, it will actually open up for you. Oh, I did this earlier, but I did not test this. So I guess you have to undo one of these screws to make this happen. Learning as we do. Yeah, that's not going to work. Okay, so you can run the cable through it, but you're going to have to loosen up the screws to be able to actually get the cable, this piece, to open up. So once you got it this way, then you can actually open it up, and then you can get your cable inserted in there. So if you already got your cable started, you'll be able to get it in after the fact. If you forget, and you put it back on, tighten everything up, and start pulling your cable. So I'm going to give away one of these. This is a $30 value. If you don't win tonight, and this is something you want to buy, Mark over at Bergstrom will actually send one of these to you for free, and he'll let you try it for 60 days and see what you think of it out in the field. And then if you like it, you keep it. If you don't like it, he'll actually pay to ship it back to him. So it's a pretty cool little deal. Okay. Let's see what else we got going on. Ross, thanks, was 5 different sites at once. We were all on a bridge call the whole time. Yeah, I've seen that a lot. You'll get into those bridge calls, and they'll be doing like 20 sites across the country and supporting multiple techs. So it's always kind of fun. Sometimes you have to wait in line and all that stuff. Ooh, I have to show off something. Just something for me, and then I'll do the drawing. Unless anybody has any other questions, feel free to ask. I got a new toy. I got this from YouTube. It's like a little clacker. Isn't that funny? It's the dumbest little things that bring a smile to my face, and I love it. So anyway, I love that. All right. So again, fish stick set in the description of the video is a link to Bergstrom's website. I don't make any money if you buy something from him. He just reached out. I've known him for years. I've actually used his products like for 15 years. And I was like, you know what? Let's put your stuff on the channel and let other people know about it. Gives you an alternative to the stuff you can buy at Home Depot and Lowe's that's, a no-name person. You're buying from a regular guy that's a small business person. Now, for those of you who don't know, I actually offer a direct client package, and I've recently upgraded with the AI stuff I was talking about earlier. I've actually built out a website that is a subscription-based website. But if you buy the direct client package, you get access to it for a year if you buy the full package, or 6 months if you buy the partial package. And this is a demo of it, and in the description of the video is the link to this demo. And it just kind of gives you an idea of what you're going to see when you buy the direct client package. On the homepage, when you get there, there's a files tab and a videos tab. And so all the little files that maybe aren't client specific but are helpful for people, I put them here. And then I've got videos that are linked, that are educational videos that are specific to the direct client package. They're not available to the public. And then you'll have your direct client list. You'll be able to go into that, and it shows all the direct clients. And these are all, these are demo accounts. These aren't real. But just to give you an idea, you can click on any one of them, and it gives you more details about each client, how they pay, their net terms. Then I've got some specific files for certain ones of them here. So some of the clients will have files where you can, like their contracts to sign up for, or sometimes scopes of work, or different things that relate to them. Or I may have some specific videos for that client, and so those will be linked here. And of course their address, their contacts, how you onboard with them, whether you sign up with a website or you do it by email. And so if it's email, There will be an email in the contacts tab. If it's a website, there'll be a website link. And so that's the direct client package as well. So without further ado, let's get ready for our drawing. Any last minute questions? Nope, everybody's just dying to know if they win. All right, so we have, I believe, 10 entrants. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. Again, I'm going to do the first drawing is going to be for the grand prize winner, which is the fish stick set. And I'll send your address to Mark over at Bergstrom, and he will ship one directly to you, free of charge. The second drawing that I'm going to be doing is for the cable guide. And then I'm going to do one more drawing, and that will be an alternate in case for some reason one of those first two can't receive it, or they end up not being in the United States or what have you. Then I will draw that third drawing for the alternate. So here we go. This is our grand prize winner. And it is Noe. Actually, I don't know how he says his name. I know this guy. He's a direct client package customer as well. All right. So we're going to remove him. Noe is our grand prize winner. Congratulations, Noe, or No, however you say your name. Let's remove him. And now we're going to do the drawing for the top wire guide. And that is going to go to Kyle B. Okay, let me remove him, and then we will do a drawing for an alternate. And Eric M is our alternate. So if something happens to Noe or Kyle, then Eric will be the guy. All right, guys, don't see any other questions, so I appreciate your time. If anybody has any last minute questions, let me know. I'd be happy to spend time with you. If that is it, nobody's got anything. How'd our poll end up? 100%. Everybody says Field Nation. All right. Make sure there's no other questions in the other part of this. Okay. All right, guys. Well, it has been a pleasure. Love giving stuff away. That's my favorite thing because, it helps you guys out in the field. And as always, I hope that you're out there in the field making money. I'll see you in the next video.